Hello, everyone. My name is Rachel Garcia with CRE Capital, and today I am with my good friend Sophia Castro. For those who don't know Sophia, she and her husband Bobby Castro have built a multi-family real estate empire worth around $750 million, ladies and gentlemen, dollars. And they also sold their commercial lending company back in 2019 for $1 billion valuation. So tell us, let's jump right into it because I know everybody is dying to know, how did you do it? I mean, $1 billion. Wow, that's incredible.
Ooh, that's going to be a long journey now. Well, thank you so much for the introduction. And it's awesome to have you here today with us two, just chit-chatting.
Of
it's
course.
awesome.
Thank you.
So the journey, wow, this is a long journey. So Bobby and I, for the ones that don't know our story, Bobby and I met at, I was 18, he was 22, both high school dropouts. Both of us were raised in the same city, and we didn't know each other until that time. But when I met Bobby, immediately he told me, I'm not going to be this normal guy that everybody, all the your girls like, that 9 to 5 corporate guy, with the suit and the tie. He goes, I'm owning my own business. I'm an entrepreneur. And if you're going to, if you want a relationship with me, we're going to go into a nice journey because I need to open my own business.
Buckle up because it's going to be a bumpy road. Okay.
Yeah. And I had no clue what an entrepreneur was. I had no damn clue. I was like, and me, 18 years old, I'm like, la, 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 cute guy, Yeah, why not, went in that journey with him. But when we did start dating for real and really got into this, he was already, Bobby's a salesperson, great sales technique since he was just born with it. It was something like, I'm like, who taught you this? Nobody. So he was in sales and loves numbers. Bobby is a genius with numbers. So he knew he wanted to do something in the finance world, in the, doing sales. And we went through many businesses when we first started, together. As a matter of fact, the first business that we did together was exactly like Craigslist.
Wow.
But back, imagine, we met in 1989. So in 1990, Bobby and I tried to do a Craigslist.
1990, wow.
Come on, Rachel. I thought you were my friend. So we tried to do a Craigslist. And, but of course, we didn't have the money. We didn't have the knowledge. We just tried to do something that Bobby just wanted to do and just throw it out there and let's see what happens. But of course it failed. Most of all, it failed not because we didn't know what we were doing. It was just we didn't have the financial backing to be able to sustain this. And remember, back then, the internet was not in existence yet. All the cell phones were just coming out. The little ones were just coming out. Not even a smartphone was out. Right. So just technology, the financial backing, and knowledge. We had no clue what a mentor was, coaching, a coach was, none of that. And besides that, we didn't have the financial means to be able to hire one, right? So if today, I would have been able to hire a coach, I would hire a mentor, we would have been able to be successful. As a matter of fact, we would have probably had the Craigslist. It wouldn't have been called Craigslist, but we would have been Craigslist, right? But we failed. Through that journey, we learned so much. I always tell everybody, failures, don't take them as, beat yourself up or like, take them, write them down. Why did you fail? And take those failures and turn them into a success story, So we kind of did that, but in that time, I got pregnant by mistake with my daughter today, Priscilla. And I had only met Bobby for 6 months. I was 19 years old. Just a big old mess. And we're like, now we have another third person that we need to worry about, take care of financially. His parents, my parents had zero financial backings that they could help us. They lived paycheck to paycheck, making sure that ends meet just on a monthly basis. So now we're bringing in another person. So I went back to school. I went for ultrasound tech. Bobby worked 3 jobs almost. He would
Oh my
working
gosh.
day, night, and a weekend job. It was just crazy. Through all of that, we still continued saying, Bobby was like, I'm not giving up on my dream of being an entrepreneur. I am opening my own business. We tried a couple of things. They failed. We learned again from them. Finally, in 1995, I want to say that this happened. Bobby was working for the Better Business Bureau, and he was still collecting from the USA Today on, packages on how to buy, franchises or manuals to learn things. And we came across what is it called? An equipment leasing broker.
Wow.
We had no clue what that meant. Zero clue.
Oh
Bobby,
my
all he
gosh.
saw was like, wow, a broker, an equipment leasing broker. Wow, that's interesting. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds great. You're a great salesperson.
There you
You could
go.
go out there and
Yeah.
get these deals. I don't know what it means.
Right.
And at the same time, at the Better Business Bureau, he gets leads. And that same company came up on him to go solicit to buy the Better Business Bureau license.
Wow.
So, long story short, Bobby went to visit the guy. The guy fell in love with Bobby, and he's like, hey, you need to come and work with me. I'll show you the ropes if you come and get me deals.
Yeah.
So then at that point, Bobby was able to let go of the Better Business Bureau and only be a waiter at night, because that was his second job. And I stayed working. I had just gotten my license to do ultrasound tech. So I was working for a cardiologist during the day. And at night, I was helping Bobby, because back then it was typewriters and fax
Oh
machines.
my gosh.
So at night, I
Wow.
would type up the sales pitch or a fax that needed to be sent to a business owner that was looking for an equipment leasing loan and all that stuff. So I was working 2 jobs as well. So we were just busy all day. We didn't really have a life back then, but we were okay with it, because we were like, we need to get out of this grunt that
Of
we were at. We were
course.
living with my mom, which, it's great, because, she opened doors at my mom's house, never pressured us to get out of there. But, us, we wanted to be our own family.
course.
We felt like a bunch of losers living at my mom's house, but it was great, because, Cuban moms, Cuban family or Latin families are like,
Yeah, of
yes, come and stay
course.
with me. And then my daughter, they
Exactly.
wanted my daughter to be with them 24/7. So it was great. But Bobby and I just felt so. Bottom line is that from that moment on, Bobby and I said, this is going to be our main focus. All those mistakes that we did with all the other businesses, we're going to turn them into success. So we just really focused on learning the business. We sat there and, we have a saying that we always say, stack and rack, and it's stack up money and rack it into an investment. But also stacking is stacking up knowledge in your brain, so that
Right.
when you're able to get out there, you're not just, shooting with a blind eye.
No, of
We
course.
were actually like really deep diving into this business, and this business just became a $1 billion
Yeah.
exit in 2019. But it trust me, it was up and downs. We put a lot of work into this business. Today, that business is still a super successful business. It's one of the best companies out there to get a commercial loan from. There are private equity, private money. It's not like
Yeah.
it's an amazing company. We miss it a lot, but we're also happy that we're out doing real estate now mainly. But yes, so that was the journey. It's if I sit here, we'll go for 4 hours telling you the ups and downs. But
Yeah,
we started with just
absolutely.
Bobby and I, and today that company has about, I think, almost 2,000 employees.
That's